Morning everybody. I would like to share some really exciting news from Chateau Les Villettes. I'm so excited about this. As you can see, I'm sat in my bedroom and I'm wearing just my dressing gown. Well, the story is, when we first moved in 3 years ago, I never ever expected it to be so cold during the winter months. We had central heating, or we have central heating, but with it being such a big house, no double glazing and such high ceilings, it was so difficult to warm. It's oil central heated and we used to have it on full blast, but I was still going around in thermal vests, 2 jumpers and even a bobble hat and gloves. That's inside the house. Sometimes I think it was even warmer outside. So sort of going on, talking to people, asking different people what they did and everything else, I came across this chap who said to me, have you thought about having a new burner on the system? Well, I was just thinking to myself, gosh, this is going to cost a lot of money. But I sort of pursued it, and after months and months, because we've spent so much money during the time we've been here on renovations, I thought, well, let's give it a try and see. So I asked him to come and have a look. He looked at the boiler, said yes, the boiler was good. It was a big old German boiler. He said there was nothing wrong with it. He said, but the burner was far too small for the house, because even in my room, which is on the top floor, the radiators were running full blast, but no heat coming from them. So he said I could try 2 things. One would be a new burner, and the other one would be a new pump. He said, I don't know which one to go for first. Then he gave me the prices and I thought, well, okay, let's go for the new burner. Even though that was very expensive, I thought, well, we've got to give it a try, because, okay, during the winter, it's only us here because we don't rent it out, but it's just so cold. During the summer months, it doesn't really make any difference because we don't have the heating on. So last week, he fitted the burner. Can you believe it? The house is so warm, it's unbelievable. I'm walking around in my dressing gown, vest tops, something I've never done. And we had our first guest last week, which were the Americans. And sort of not knowing where from in America they were coming from, I thought the house has got to be warm, because if it had been California, they would have been freezing, but it was a mixture. So the chap told us to put the heating on, but keep it on permanently. And I was thinking, oh my God, heating on 24/7, we're going to be running out of oil. But I did what he said. And then he rang me and said, Sharon, switch down the heating midweek, sort of to half, which I did. It was still really warm. I thought, this is great. We was going in the grand salon, sitting there just in t-shirts, not having to wear a jumper. Also in the grand salon, the bar, the dining room. It was unbelievable. It made me feel so much more happier. Our guests arrived on the Wednesday. They couldn't believe it, because of course I'd got electric blankets on all the beds for them, hot water bottles, because the tour leader had said to me, the house has got to be warm. So I'm going crazy trying to make everything good for them. They came in, they could not believe how warm it was. They had their evening meal. We didn't have to light a fire. We just had the heating on. People was taking off their cardigans. Can you believe it? But anyway, in the morning, the tour leader said to me, Sharon, it's been great. We've really enjoyed it. But are you going to switch the heating off? So I said, why? She said it was just so hot. And I thought, I can't believe it. Somebody is telling me that it's hot inside the house. So I was really pleased, and it's worked for us. So all it really needed after 3 years of not knowing was a bigger burner. But I'm actually still looking at the oil, checking that it's not going down and we're going to run out. And it seems to be running very well at the moment. So I'm really, really pleased and happy about this. Next week, I'll give you a bit of a more rundown to see whether we're still living in the heat. But that's all for now. Bye.